Lego Bricktales. Let me just fine-tune something here. Camera. And the filters. There we go. Alright, this one. I think that's probably a good one, right? Yes, hopefully. There we go. So we have Lego Bricktales, going to be released October 12th, I believe. So it's a game where you pretty much just build a little bit of Legos. That's better. We hide in the background here. Very simple layout for the like the settings here, you know. Nothing special that can be tweaked a bit. Very, you know, controller friendly so far. I did a little bit testing. Should we try to turn on? It seems to be supporting 120 frames. That's nice. There we go. Maybe this will work. Very simple settings. You can't really tweak a lot of settings here. You know, anti-aliasing on or off, quality high or low, medium. You have a resolution scale, up and down scaling. I love that. That's really nice. No DLSS. These games could, or FSR or XCS or something like that. A little bit sad because games that has simpler graphics like this game has really can benefit from it. They can really handle it well. So like if you had like a RTX 2060 or something, that could work really well with DLSS, and you could get maybe not performance, but maybe also performance, but also just less demand on your GPU. Your computer can be a little bit, you know, more quieter, use less power. You know, this is 1440p. You can ignore the windowed, but I'm running in windowed for reasons. Since my monitor is 4K, but we are running in 1440p window here. It's perfectly fine, runs really nice. Don't think my CPU, my GPU or my computer are sweating. Menu is locked here. It seems to like around 30 frames unless I move. As soon as I move my cursor, it changes. FPS, you can turn it off. But I can have it on 120 here, doesn't really matter. You can also do ultra widescreen 21:9 by 3440 by 1440, 2560 by 1080 worked. Borderless windows, full screen, all the nice settings. Other than that, very simple. But yeah, doesn't seem to be demanding at all. So this is just a demo here. Let's jump into it. I don't remember what the other game was that it also was kind of like the brick building games. This is Lego building, the other one was, you know, brick building, but they are pretty similar. The other one supported Raytracing and stuff like that. Really nice, beautiful looking. This seems not to support anything like that. A little bit shame. Because again, this game with DLSS, FSR, you could really bring down the GPU requirement, and then you could add Raytracing to really... It really is nice in games like this. Alright, that's nice. I'm just gonna turn on a little bit of VRR toolbox here. Interesting. So it doesn't seem like my TV is recognizing this as VRR enabled. That's not the funnest thing. Not a problem probably for the most people here. I'm just gonna do a quick check here. So I have G-Sync or VRR or FreeSync on here. I guess G-Sync or VRR are pretty much in the same name, G-Sync compatible. Enable for windowed and full screen mode. Does not seem to be working. VRR here. Not really. It's saying 120 frames. So a bit sad. Can I try? This is for my purpose, trying just to see if I can notice like some kind of bug or anything like that. No, yeah, maybe VRR is working, but it's a very easy game here to drive, so let's change it back because I want to be able to monitor some stuff here. That's why I'm running it in windowed mode. Also, there seems to be with, I think it is my TCL CH35 here that does not really like this game for some reason. This menu, at least, there are some weird flickering going on there. But yeah, not a demanding game here, you know. Running this. It's a little bit of a story here. It is nice graphic, but like this again with like DLSS, FSR and like Raytracing could really umph up, you know, give more umph to games like this. But it does look really nice here, the coloring and everything. But I do not I can't, like if it would have official ray tracing, would have said options for it and would be much more demanding, so. So this is kind of like the tutorial here. It's gonna be quite a lot of talking and stuff like that. Nice, a little bit of ambience music. But yeah, very, very not demanding, so what we can do for fun, that we can use the upscaling. Let's try, see how demanding this will be. It still does not look like it's demanding. Let's push it a little bit more, shall we? So now I'm pretty much, if this is working correctly, this render resolution scale, it might not work in window mode or something, but it should be. Hopefully it seemed like the requirements went up. But that means that 1440p being upscaled to 4K pretty much. But let's try to push it a little bit more beyond 4K. Let's see what happens here. Everything else is maxed out. You only have these two settings. Really simplistic here. They haven't really, you know, as a PC user and an advanced user, I definitely like more. And it seems that every time you stand still, the game has some kind of adaptive FPS to kind of like bring the requirements down, which is quite interesting. So when we move, my GPU isn't maxing out or anything, but I can't reach maximum FPS at 120, and VRR is not kicking in here for this game. Interesting here. It's very interesting. We're gonna get going more. I just want to get a feel for this game, you know, try it out real time with you. So let's bring it down to 100%. I didn't notice a super sharp difference there anyway, so. Right, and now when we're moving, we are getting full. So there seems to be some kind of CPU or weird GPU limitation. But when you stand still, you can see it drops down to 30 frames, and then it kind of steps up. Very interesting. Was it the same in 4K? Just curious to see. It's really difficult to tell how demanding this game is when it's behaving like this. Okay, so I can run it 4K at least. But going above it seems to be some kind of weird limitation. It could be a limitation within the game engine. Since my GPU wasn't maxed out when I pushed it higher. Right, okay, so... what was it? We were supposed to turn something on here. I'm gonna turn off this just. There we go. And let's turn off... We don't need that now, so we don't have too much distracting stuff in our way. There we go. Oh, you can... That's cool, you can do... Right, you can use the mouse to like click where you want to go, and if you're using a PC, I can use the mouse to click. You don't see the mouse, but I'm clicking at the pipe here in the top, and my little fella there walks automatically. That's nice. And we're gonna stick to the controller here. Do not really think that's the best. Sorry, we're tweaking things together here. Would like to be a little bit more transparent here. So now we are back then to the original value. That's interesting. So let's continue. We interact here. We're gonna get to the building here. You can try this for yourself. Nice little demo. I do enjoy the graphics, but you know, you could give just, you know, you could get more oomph, you know, with the ray tracing and DLSS and stuff like that to really bet. A lot of dialogue here in the beginning here. You can kind of skip them by mashing the A button. So again, this should be out on October 12th, and you can try this demo yourself to get a feel for it. But this seems like a very simple, relaxed game. If you like games like that, or a game that probably are very well suited for younger audience. Can I? Yes. Okay, yeah, there we have the transparency beams. What should be good here. Right, so let's go. Hello. The platform, let's hover. So this is the kind of like the thing, you're gonna start building stuff to like do things. You can go into the learning phase, you know, and it will tell you how to do stuff. You know, pick it up and move it. And select the next brick. And there we go. And then you can do just a pure building here. That's more like what you're supposed to be doing, you know. This is more of the base game that's going to be like this. It's very simple building here. What effective. Don't know if this supports HDR. I guess I could have tried that. There's no HDR within the settings, but sometimes games just enable HDR when you have HDR capable screen, you know, monitor display. Since mine is that, I could have gone for, I guess, try turning that one on, which I think is a bad idea. It should always be some kind of notification and tweaks, settings to be tweaked for HDR within the settings. Very simple here, little story to keep you going here. Let's go for building here, since I've done this tutorial here. Right, so here you can see what we're supposed to build on the left there. So we need to place one of these bottom. We can zoom in, we can zoom out, we can move camera by holding. Pretty much the left button is like a modifier for stuff. So if you take one of these, you can move them like that, and then you can like also press the modifier to lock it into a horizontal movement. We need this one, and we need to rotate it. We need this one. Oh right, wrong way. And it will automatically kind of like bump up, but later on you can manually adjust height and stuff like that. But they are very nice, you know, at the bottom of the screen. They are very, that I feel nice, like help always available, so you don't have to like memorize everything like crazy. Alright, there we go. So, we're gonna skip the tutorials. You can do them if you're interested in playing. We're just gonna get back into here. Replace the blown fuses, right? Because here before this the tutorial tells you how you change the camera and stuff like that. You get to learn how to like rotate, and you also learn that if there is a number like 2 times or 3 times before, that means that you have, you know, 3 times the same amount of like, you know, brick available to you. So it's a good tutorial. It's good that you can, you know, skip it if you've done it for some reason, wanna replay, or you know, you don't have to do it. That's a really great to this game. Definitely like that. Or if you don't feel that you need a tutorial, you can just then, you know, you also skip them even if this is your first time playing. So, you know, here I would learn about physics and how to connect the bricks in a good way, and here we then utilize it to kind of like build the bridge here. And I'm gonna build it like I've done before. And again, you can tweak your camera so that it helps you to build. And if you do it like wrong here, obviously it's not gonna work. Oh wait, no. There we go. Otherwise I don't think that I could use this as a staircase. Oops. Right, we could probably use this one here. There we go, and we can simulate it. Working nice. And we are done, and then we can use our little one to walk across. And here we can build the next one, and the tutorial again helps you with doing this. How to rotate and how to adjust stuff. So here we go. Connect that one. Camera can definitely sometimes be a little bit interesting here. But there seems to be quite a nice options. Works. This is a game that works really nice with the controller, so I would definitely probably play the whole game with just with the controller. Nice and relaxed, but it did support, you know, mouse and keyboard and stuff like that. So also it seemed to have some kind of touch support. Nice to be able to set the speed here. Default was fine. Also for the keyboard, the mouse speed here, everything. That's nice. yeah, some kind of touch screen working here. So, yeah, so that's nice. And sound, music. Obviously, it's nice to always have like a master slider, but this works obviously, but you need to move both sliders, but it's not a huge deal. So, all right, that's nice. Okay. Interesting. Alternatives. That's a very simple little one, but alright. Build, repair. No, oh, I've done that. Turn it on. This way, right? No? Where are we supposed to go? We were supposed to turn it on. I missed. Here oh, right, now I see it. Let me just do one quick thing here. We are dropping 0 frames. Good. Perfect. I think it's a pretty short demo with like 2 levels, so... Oh. Oh, do I need to go building? Right, so the green is the one I've done, and this is a new thing. Build a walkway, and then there we have bricks down there. Okay, so here we can do some kind of... I'm guessing it's supposed to be like... Do we need both? 6 of this one. Huh. Hard to tell. Whoop. A little bit interesting here, moving it. How do you wanna build this one? If I do that, then this is not going to work, right? No, it's not. Probably not going to work. But it feels like I need to... hold left button before selecting a moving brick. What? Because if we do... This is quite an interesting one here. Seems like it should be that way. So... Right, this seems better, more correctly. Hello? Why can I not? What? Why can I not? I am not allowed to hold left button before selecting a movement brick to duplicate it. This is weird. Okay, now it worked. That was something wonky going on. Something really wonky going on there. Alright. This took way longer, but that was definitely before there was something just weird going on there, so... I don't know why. Maybe I should have done some tutorial that I missed. Yeah, it's a very simple thing here, right? It can be a nice, charming game. I don't, depending on how long a game like this is, probably not something I would like go out my way to do. When it comes to sale or something, I might grab it. I don't know. And depending on price and stuff like that, and length of the game, I wouldn't like want to spend, probably not want to spend like, you know, 12 hours in a game like this. But I can see the charm with it. Definitely a nice game for, you know, newcomers to game, or that like slower games, or younger audience. Or that you can play with the younger audience, you know, let them control and you can help them. So I think it is like maybe one more level. Pretty nice looking water effect there, but it's not like the one in the other grey, like brick building game that was more realistic. It looks still fitting with the style. It's a nice looking game. It would be nice if you could like adjust like maybe color gamma a little bit. Or the contrast, something here. The game looks a little bit over bright, to me at least. On my, you know, monitor here. So, maybe if you are curious why it is window mode, it's pretty much because I'm trying out having a TV as a monitor on my computer desk, 55-inch TCL CH35, and trying to using when recording games as a kind of like single monitor setup, so I can see my OBS and I can have other information available. I can play games within, you know, super ultra wide screen and still be able to monitor it and play it, and I can go full screen if I really want that huge area. But you know, depending on the game, if it is a very heavy game, I can just run it in window mode also. It gives a lot of nice, interesting flexibility. I was thinking that I would, you know, just laugh my ass off, you know, putting like a 55-inch television as a computer monitor on the desk, like, oh yeah, idiot. It is definitely a little bit oversized, but overall the experience has actually been quite fun and enjoyable in many ways, both for just like office uses and for gaming. Because for gaming, you know, it gives you a lot of nice options, as I said, with like using super, ultra widescreen, ultra widescreen, playing it in window mode, having, you know, you can have chat and everything placed very convenient around your screen here. makes it very easy to monitor things like OBS. They're just you know, by the side, or you know, very close to my main game. So you know, if you have an extra monitor off, it might require you to move your head a little bit, but here I can just quickly glimpse with my eyes to see if the game is being recorded very nicely on OBS. And again, you know, there's always the possibility to run games if I'm not recording, or if I re-record a video or something before, to make sure that everything works in like a full screen here. And having my TV at my desktop here makes it a little bit higher up, which means it is more nicer when I'm standing up, because my desktop isn't adjustable in the vertical in height. So just by default it makes it a little bit nicer. And I can actually I'm not really caring for the story that you can read, but I can also change stuff depending on if I want my games to be higher up or lower down, still being able to, you know, monitoring it. So now I just move my gaming window up top, and I can still have my OBS, you know, down at the bottom, and I can tweak the size of it. Very convenient. And then I could, you know, I could have chat and stuff like that. And I can also, you know, since I am standing, I can easily just move my gaming window to one side, and I can use OBS by its side. So really nice. So, and then you know, I can have my OBS with my audio and video levels to the left of it here, the game on top, and I can easily change my position so I'm straight in front of it. It's actually working up really nice, and especially for like a one screen streaming, recording, gaming setup. Yeah. Let's see, what did he say? I need power. All right, I didn't listen. We need to find power. And then, you know, if I want to sit down by my desk, I can just bring my chair front it. I can move the window down. Now it's on the top. I can move down. I can play, if it is super demanding game and I really want, you know, the ray tracing, everything pumping, I can play in a 1080p window, stuff like that. Just a lot of flexibility. And you know, running this in a 1440p resolution on a 4K monitor, not 4K TV, I guess, for 55 inch, it's still a bigger, the window, the game here is actually bigger than my old 1440p 27 inch monitor. This is like about 35 inch, I think I did like measure it. So the screen is bigger, and the colors are better than my old, like the motion clarity, the colors, it's better on this TCLC H35 than my old monitor, so very few drawbacks. But I would say that maybe 38, 40, maybe 40, 45 inch probably is more of a better fitted size, but this works really nice. I highly doubt that I would want to go higher though. Don't think I wanted to go higher than 55 inch. 55 inch actually fits perfectly with like the width of my desk. Off to the jungle. Do I need to go out? Or is it... Oh, okay, use the portal. Probably should have paid a little bit attention to the story there, right? Alright, so I think this might be the last part of the demo. So, definitely, I do really enjoy the graphics, but again, I would probably want to turn down like the brightness of gamma a little bit. It definitely would have been nice to have ray tracing and DLSS to oomph up everything here. But it is running nicely, it is working great. I don't think there is nothing for like the brightness, right? No, that's definitely sad. Hopefully they maybe get that into the final release here. This is all, after all, only a is 3 plates or 1 brick. It is obviously just one demo here. Get this again, nothing may break. The maximum step height you can climb is 3 plates or 1 brick. 10 of this one. Huh. Okay, that's undo, right. So there we go. I don't know why it doesn't wanna. Sometimes it's a little bit of interesting how it works. Do 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 do. Oh. This might not work actually. So we probably can do... Whoa, come on. That. Then we probably can take that one. Whoa, hello, come on. Right. Right, we did it. You can't change the... Okay, we can move the camera a little bit. Not a lot here. Kind of weird. I don't know why. Build a canopy walked across the river. Huh. So I don't know what a canopy is. I can't get out of this. Oh, we can. Leave spot. Canopy bridge. Quite tricky actually here, I'd feel. For my stupid little mind. Yeah, it's weird that you can't rotate the camera a bit more when you are in this. It is nice that you can go on a little bit of exploring adventure here, right? No? Okay, we are limited. We can't really freely explore a lot. I don't really know exactly what that kind of bridge they are looking for, how that is supposed to look. Which is interesting. 12 of those and 4 of those. 14 of those. What the hell? We have 8 of this one. Would like an example here. How they want me to build it. Like I can build just like, you know, this isn't going to be right. This is not the type of bridge they want me to build, so no. Which is quite interesting. They did want me to build something different. And I'm wondering if they wanted me to build like... No, can I not? So, like... They would have liked me to build like, you know, 1... 2... And then, you know, you want... No, no. Something like, you know, this. That would not have worked, right? No. You know what? I don't know exactly what they want me to build here. Is that they want me to build just that one? Like, I could get across, but I'm not sure exactly what they want me to build. This is bugging me. I want to build what they told me, but I don't know what they mean by that. "12 of this, 8 of those, 8 of those." I think it should be like this, where there are spaces between. Now I'm trying to figure out how to anchor them together, and I don't think I can do that. I think they need to be wider for that. So then I was wondering if I should use those for that place. Then I don't know what this one is doing. We have 12 of those, which is quite a lot. It really is quite a lot. We're just gonna continue because I don't know what they want me to do here. I would need to look it up. To be quite honest, I just don't know. I can't add this one. Then it would be on the side. Do they want me to add? I just don't know. They have no idea what they want me to do. Like exactly what they want me to do. Because I would love to use this one. I just don't know exactly how they want me to use them. Because you can do... Right? Right? That's a possibility. But then this one is the same length, so that's not going to work. Unless we do like that. This isn't necessary, obviously. This is just me being annoyed that I can't build exactly like what the game wants me to build. That makes any sense. I don't know if this is anything what they would like me to build here. Why not? Can you do... Can we anchor it? But then I cannot use... Right? So that's not gonna work. Because then that will be overlining it. So yeah, this is definitely not what they wanted me to do. That was sad. Oh, I did it. No, I didn't do it wrong. What we could do, obviously, is that. And we can take that. So, if we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that is not correctly because we only have 6 left here. So we were supposed to use maybe this one? I know I can only just progress, but it is annoying me. Because I know that you could, you know, do that, but that wouldn't really be... That looks weird. Why would you want to have that? Alright, you be gone. I do know that I could just add this one also. Just like with the other one. Oh, right. Just doesn't seem right to do it this way. Yeah, it does not seem right. Well, I can block him out. Let's just move on, I guess. No, oh, it didn't make it this time. What? It worked the other time. It's weird. Okay. Oh well, I guess we can maybe just do... Maybe just do that, and then I guess... Maybe? Sure. Yeah, I don't know exactly what they want me to build there, but that's not what I should. Yes, I would like to be. Let's go for the help, I guess. Alright. The sandbox mode for it. Press activate brick limbs and we get additional bricks to use. Okay. Okay, so you can fine-tune your constructions. That's a nice touch. That really looks like shit from the get-go, so I don't think nothing in this world can help do this better. Yeah. It's gonna look like really bad. I just I don't see exactly. I will need to like look up like the canopy bridge and how it's supposed to be looking more. I can't picture it in my head. I do know like something on the sides and stuff like that. Yeah. To not make this a super boring. It's already probably pretty, you know, frustrating to see me being idiot to that, but. Alright, so you can go back and forth. Okay. I would really love to be able to change the camera view. Okay. Oh, there is the building I missed. They got this one. Build. Yeah, that's nice, but wait, what? This is quite bad. Like, can you? If I'm gonna build something underneath, I wanna know like how high I'm supposed to do it, how it's supposed to look. I wanna peek with the camera. Why can I not peek with the camera a little bit here? I was thinking it would be more fun here, but losing out a little bit of... weird. Huh. Why can I not inspect what I'm supposed... how it looks there? And then I'm going in here. I don't see... you know... Well, okay, so this platform is fixed, so I'm supposed to build something, and that one is fixed. Okay, now I'm starting to see it, but it's okay, all right, we're seeing it. I can't peek underneath, so can I? Again, camera here leaves a little bit to be desired. Can I only attach to this one, and then I can only attach to what? This or this? Not sure where the fixed points. This could be done better, in my opinion here. What am I supposed to be building here? I don't really see what to build here. Quite weird looking. So you can do that. You can build that. I should be able to just build that straight up. No, oh, we only have one left. Okay. So if we do... No? Could I not? So if I press this one, modifier on, oh well, let's do it the wrong way then, I guess. So this is not working. Interesting. How are you supposed to do this then? What the frick? This was more interesting than I was expecting it to be. Quite weird. So not that one at least. We can use this one to split them up. But that one is pretty much ready. That just needs to go straight up. So why do we have... Why can I not attach to that one more easily? Okay, that's working. Then you have this one that you could use. You could also use that one. Oh wait, let's... Can you use... you can. So that's an easy fix to do here. That's easily fixable. The thing is this one then. That doesn't seem to be working. That is not enough bricks to go all the way up, right? Or is it? Is it going to miss like one brick? Oh, no. Okay, that's... So what we can do is that one. We can also do that one. So this should be good enough, right? But you can also do another one. Hello? Sometimes it's weird that it's... There we go. That it doesn't wanna like go to the right one. Doo-doo-doo. a little bit longer than I would have wanted, right? Sometimes shit happens when you're stupid. Haven't built Legos in many years, so... Could be fun watching other plays this to see like what kind of more beautiful stuff they are building. Jesus, there's a lot of dialogue here. Now you can swing up the places higher up. Oh, okay. Interesting concept here. Can I see what it says real quickly? Right. So now we can go here, we can... Hello! Hopefully there's not going to be this much dialogue when you progress further on. You want, you know, the building definitely in a game like this. Okay, so now we can... Yeah, now we can go to the statue and do that. So it's telling you that you can go back and do that. So we can climb up. So now we're supposed to get back. And obviously this is... It's just in an artificial way, kind of trapping us in. So we need to build our way back, I'm guessing. Right. That looks nice, alright. Yeah, definitely would like to move the camera more here. Maybe I'm missing something with the... There's no like controller settings for remapping, that's not good. And I don't want to bring up the Steam overlay because the Steam overlay had some weird problems. The Steam controller works, but using the Steam overlay, the big picture mode within this game, did not work. Let's just leave it to that. When I pressed it, it looked like it worked, but it just really didn't work. Whoa. No? Okay, so you can only destroy certain ones, like I'm guessing this one, not the other ones. Alright. So now we can get back. And then we can use this one. Yoo-hoo! Right. You can also do... There we go. Collectibles. Okay. You might even go back further to collect, so that's an interesting one. interesting idea here. Okay, so you need to move. Alright. And here we can build. You can destroy this one, right? Oh, hello. Okay. Oh, so you're supposed to collect like 20 animals or something to get that one. Okay. That's quite a lot. So this is just... no idea what that does. Huh. Alright, let's see what is this. Copy the monkey statue. Oh, okay. So we need... is it this one? What? That's the one. Okay, there we go. Oof. So that one should be there. I feel this one is that one. Then we have this one right on top. That's the place, right? And shoulders, or do we need... that's on top. What's this one? Where is this one going to go? Oh wait, that's the beak, okay. So that's the one. And then you want it to be... right? Nope. That way. Is it wrong? Oh, it is. I forgot. Oh god, that's going to be... so this one... right, how do we... huh. Oh wait, that's the way it is, right? There we go. I missed that little detail. Choof. Interesting. There we go. So escape to enter observation mode. Is that the observation mode? Yeah, I think so. So we can't get there. Can I... no? This one. Yes. don't see anything. Ooh, camera moving. Very linear so far. Can I? No. Quite an interesting game, definitely. Could definitely be some, whoa, improvements had. Okay, so that seems to just be for collecting one. Ah. Nice with a little bit of exploration going on here. Yeah, I would definitely like to manually select my camera. Where am I even going? Oh, okay, so that's just back here. Back here. So this is where we came from. Right. Almost a little bit of, is it treasure toad? Oh, nice. Or Toad's treasure or something like that. A little bit like that when it comes to like the perspective here. Don't know what for. Does it say how long I have been recording for? Probably sometimes. Yeah. You got 50 bananas. What the hell am I gonna do with that? Whoop. We can transport. Interesting. Seems quite large. Someone said that they felt that the demo was short. I feel it's more than enough length for a demo. I have no complaints about the length here. Improvise a stairway to hell. Oh no, onto the hill, alright. Let's see, can I see what do we... So they want me to build it from this part and then up and around. I really would like more of a graphical of like the environment when I'm building. I like the editor can be like an overlay over like the spot where I am actually building it on to make it fit in more. This takes me out of like the experience a little bit of the game. You get into this simple graphic. It's, I think in the other game, right? I don't remember it, but then you was building right straight on in like the game and like you was building in this kind of graphical mode. You were straight up building and that felt really nice. Like it's nice the building editor and everything, but I really would think that it would have been more fun to just be... Yeah, I would have loved to build in like the environment, to see it live there, what happened. No? What the... Can I not? There we go. And that is one in, and that is one in. Okay. So we probably need this one, 8 times of this, I would say. Right. Then probably we need another one on this one. I think so. Also, I don't know if you can like duplicate. I would like this looks like it is duplicate. But maybe I missed something in the tutorial, because if I would love to be able to just duplicate this brick here, so I don't have to drag my pointer there. Maybe it's available, maybe I'm just missing something. I don't know. It's very possible that I'm just missing one of the tutorial steps or something. Alright, so we have that one done. So if we want to... Is that working? Or do we need one more? You could do that. Right? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's not good. You can do that, I guess, and you could also just do one like that. So how is this going to work? Okay, so we have one going on that one. Oh no, we are soon out of... Can I take this one? Yes. Huh. That's not really working, is it? That could though work. Might not be feasible from that point. Probably not. Yeah, I don't think that's the way to do it. How am I supposed to get up? 4 more left. Not the most beautiful, right? I need to be within the boundary box, right, so I need to remember that. Well, it works. Not the most beautiful. It's nice that you can see it here, but I would have liked to seen it from the beginning. Oh, I was supposed to get to this place. Yeah, I wonder how they was thinking when they like saw it themselves, the developers, how they was imagining it being like their construction. So why would you... Okay, so bananas, are that just... So why would I want to buy this one? Are these just like extra maybe? To make things a little bit more spruced up? I think so. Don't think it's required. Alright, that's one. It's a nice little touch, nothing against stuff like that. Okay, so we can't go there, there's a crash. Nice smoke effect like with the bricks there. Yes, definitely. Overall it is a very nice and charming, but I do see improvements like here. Free rotating camera so you can watch the environment. Definitely. No. It doesn't seem to be working that well. Not with my Steam controller here at least. The graphical definitely more stuff like that. And definitely the building, you know. Let me build in this mode, you know. Like overlay the editor. It's quite okay. It's really sad. How do we to not be able to build in this mode? So how am I supposed to get up? Oh, here we have something. Inspect. Ah. Okay, so you're supposed to find part, I'm guessing. Oh, that's the propeller, right? And then we have, right, that's one. There we go. I'm guessing they could make this more of a kind of shining thing, so it is more in your face. Build a gyrocopter out of control rescue. Helicopter is nice. Like when you're building like a machine, then then I feel, you know, this is nice. But I like building freehand. I guess I'm not that good at it, so. Huh. So that's definitely more aimed at the seasoned Lego builders. Doesn't seem to be working. So how do we... I really would have liked, for me, like some kind of illustration, something before. Might soon end just this here, even if I'm not completing this. It's an interesting one, but yeah, just a pure Lego building here. I really seem to be not going as good. The other game with you laid brick, do stuff was easier here. Like a little bit of it would be nice to have like a button where like example, one basic example, as a, you know, for dummies like me. So I don't really see exactly how to do that. Don't see where are the, how am I supposed to connect this one to? Is that just going to be on like that? We need to be having that. I probably can do something super ugly, but that's sad. That's what it's gonna be, since I don't see anything else here to do. Can I? That does not seem to be working. Ah, that's a sad thing. Yeah, that is not working. Why not? That is working though. Not in the way that I would have liked to. So if we do... That's okay. And then we can do... We can do that. Okay, we can also do this one. No, you dummy. No! What? Can I not? Oh, I can't. Okay. I can place this one though. But what are these? Not sure what these are for. Can I place this one? I can. Can I place this one? And that one. I could also have placed, I guess, this one to make it look interesting. We probably need it to be higher, right? Let's see if I can get this a good place to end this, maybe. So we have that. Does seem like this is something that we should be able. Are these going to be blinking or lighting up maybe? Wait, what? so that is not working. Huh. Is it not high enough? Or is it too high? Okay, it wasn't high enough. Looks like shit, but alright, sure. I guess. Nice thing. But man, I'm definitely not in touch with my Lego inner Lego builder here. This is some crappy shit I'm doing, building. Banana. 10 bananas. We have a ladybug, right? Is that right? Whoop. I will be ending here real soon. It was interesting to take a look at this. But man, my building skills are terrible. Okay, and we can go to another place. And we can also... Whoop. Let's have a peek at this and maybe travel to the... have a quick look at the other place. Oh no, okay, so this just moves me back and forth. That's unfortunate. That's a weird place. It should be that you interact with a little flying machine and not that you have those too close to each other. It should be that you interact that. It should not be this blue little thing. That is very easy that you just fly off in the wrong direction. Haven't I done this already? I have. Huh? What? Build a gyrocopter out of that and rescue. What? I'm confused. I'm really confused here. I've done it. Build a gyrocopter out of spare part to rescue the journalist. Do I need to make room for another? No, there's just one seat. I'm gonna end the video here because this is starting to get confusing. It has a lot of charm here, but what? Nothing happens when I've done this? Like... This is really confusing. If I do this, I fly down. If I do that, nothing happens. Yeah, time to end this video here. Interesting here, definitely, if you are into building and, you know, stuff. Oh, did you see that? When I move, the guy that's stuck there in the tree, he is really nice and smooth animation. But look what happens when I stop. Now he goes down to being jerky. That's because the game drops your frame rate to 30 frames per second. That is not good. It should not be like that. Ooh, that is a bad thing to do. Yeah, that is super. Maybe many won't notice it, but to me it's very noticeable. I was standing here, I was just thinking, oh, now I can see that he is very unsmooth. I don't get this what I'm doing wrong here, so I feel I'm done with this demo. It's very interesting and nice. Maybe for some kind of sale or something, but not just for that. More settings definitely, could oomph the graphic and stuff. Let me build most of the things within the environment themselves. Have this as an option, having it being down to 30 frames. You can see on the smoke on the top left there. When I'm standing still a little bit, the smoke shifts to being very choppy. And yeah, weird behavior. I'm just gonna take a peek here, because I don't see how I'm supposed to rescue the journalist there if I need to go somewhere else or... No, can't do anything here. Can't do anything here. Travel north, and I'm supposed to get him out, get the journalist down. That's my current objective. Would also be nice to be able to just see... Oh, there we go. You can see your... By pressing, I guess, your start button, menu button, what you want to call it, on your controller, you can see 23% completed, 2 out of 13 chests, whoa, 5 out of 20 animals, get the journalist down, is my current objective. I just don't get it what I'm supposed to do here, to be quite honest. There is something, something with the building here. You know. But it says I'm done building it. I can't interact with it. That don't work. If I interact with it, I will just go back to the down place there. It is saying here, oh, it's green. It even says that I'm done building it. Oh my god, you had to stomp on the right. Wow, okay, and this is the end of the demo, sure. It's a decent demo. This last part was really weird. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Might look it up, someone playing this on YouTube for fun, to see what kind of stuff they were building. I think this is like a game for me that I would personally maybe enjoy seeing someone play, someone with more of a Lego creativity mind. And I don't know why they didn't add like a glowing circle or something by the tree there, because I did stomp on the other side of the tree, nothing happens. So it's very easy that you just, ignore that as something that you should do and move on. So maybe some kind of circle or pressing X prompt there, because I feel this is a game aimed at very easy, just for the environment and building stuff, and not for like trying to figure stuff out really much as in a puzzle way. So I probably would have added some kind of notification that here you can do something. Definitely, in my personal opinion there, but it is depending on the cost, the length, and what kind of game and stuff that you enjoy. It could be a very interesting one. But yeah, I hope you enjoy this. You can try this for yourself. It should be out on October 12th. I don't know the pricing yet. On Steam. Don't know if it's gonna be on other platforms. Don't know if it's gonna... this game probably going to be released on like PlayStation 5, Xbox, you know, series there, maybe even PlayStation 4. Seems very easy to drive. Like again, if the rendering scale and everything works, you know, I'm running this in pretty much 4K, even though I'm playing it in 1440p, rendering it up by 1.5%, 150%. It's pretty much a 4K resolution, and my GPU is just having a breeze with it. So RTX 3070 and my AMD 5600X pushing 120 frames. Don't know why it's not triggering VRR, because if VRR was working, this game would only be running at 117 frames and not at 120. So don't know if it is Nvidia bugging with the window mode or what it is, but it's fine. Since I can run it at a stable 120 frames, doesn't matter. The thing which drops to 30 frames, it's not a good. Having it as an options, definitely not good, because the animations get so unsmooth compared to 120 frames, so it's really very noticeable. To me at least, maybe not to everyone. And I could see this being a problem if you were, maybe it can even go higher than 120 frames. So let's say you have a GPU that is pretty quiet when you know the game is running at 30 frames per second, and then it ramps up to 120 frames or something, and your GPU starts working more, and the fans kicks in, and you know it gets a bit louder. If you're then walking and then standing still, walking, your GPU is going to be, you know, going up and down, so not really the best way there. Have it as an option, definitely. But it's been a reasonably good experience. I think the biggest thing was definitely the last point. More of a, maybe I missed something, some prompt, but more of, you know, around a tree to like interact there. Because it felt a bit weird to the rest of the game with more, you know, go here, build there, go there, you can press A to get up with your, you know, Indiana Jones whip there. So it felt a little bit out of place with the last just stomp out of nowhere. So yeah, thanks for watching. Try this yourself. It's nice. It has some potential. Game that I might definitely myself enjoy see someone play. But this, I can see this if you're a new player or someone that likes, you know, more creative home gaming, younger audience, playing with your kids, you know, or playing with, you know, if you have a partner, you can, you know, do this creativity thing together, swapping back and forth just in a relaxed way. There's some really nice potential going on for it. So yeah, again, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos coming up as soon as I possibly can. I'm trying to keep the videos going, so yeah, stay tuned for more videos.